What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another edition of Unscripted. It is Tuesday night in the States, and you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of my favorite nights of the week, as I say every single week, because it's true. I have some of the biggest and the best of the pro wrestling business, and this week is no different, ladies and gentlemen. He was a part of the former WWE Tag Team Champion. And for many years now, he's been running roughshod in the World Wrestling Council. He's former Caribbean champion, Puerto Rican champion, current Universal champion, the top of the line. He's the top dog in the World Wrestling Council, ladies and gentlemen. Epico Orlando Colon. How are you tonight, my man?
I'm doing pretty good, brother. Thank you for those kind words. And may I correct you, former Universal Champion.
Former.
I lost the belt a month ago. Thank you to my good friend Sin Cara, whatever he wants to be called nowadays. So
yeah, you did lose.
We'll be settling the score soon in Puerto Rico.
You ready for some redemption? Good stuff, man. Well, you were one of the you've been one of the top dogs for a while now in WWC, man, and so it's a and you know that has a legacy. Your uncle, I believe, is Carlos, right? Carlos Colon.
Yeah.
And so, it's been a very premier federation for quite some time now. How long has the WWC been around altogether?
God, longer than I have been alive, since 1973.
Ooh, wow.
We'll do the math.
Yeah, 73. That's 48 years.
Almost 50. Yeah. Still going strong.
Speaking of years, your birthday's tomorrow, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah. My wife was just telling me that. I didn't know.
You didn't know? What in the world? You don't remember your birthdays? Come on, man.
For me, once I hit 21, 25, I just stopped counting.
No way. You can't do that, man. Every birthday is a gift, man. So
it is a gift. It is a gift. Yeah.
Take it, live it out and do the best, man.
Yes.
And so it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's just like less than an hour your birthday. So happy birthday.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ready to get into these questions?
Yeah, yes, sir. Shoot.
All right. Guillermo's asking, how did the idea of Los Matadores was born? Who came with that idea? And was there any plans on you becoming champions with that gimmick or not?
The Matador gimmick was actually, it was kind of our idea. The original idea was us to put some mask on. We wanted to replicate the Conquistadores from the 90s, Edge and Christian, and before them, Estrada and Jose Luis Rivera, two fellow Puerto Ricans. So we want to do something like that, similar, so we can wrestle with Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio, who at the time weren't doing much. So one day at TV, we were talking, and we asked Rey and Sin Cara, I say, hey, man, you guys would like to do a program with us, man, and maybe do mask versus mask, where, you obviously would win. And then down the road, as everybody knows, it's Primo and Epico, then we put our hair on the line, and then you guys would just shave our hands. So we had that they liked the idea. I liked it because, it doesn't matter who wins or loses, it's how you perform, how you get over. And it would give us good exposure, a couple pay-per-view matches, to get our stock up again, When we took this to Vince, we went directly to the head. We went directly to Vince. He was always good to us and respected us and gave us the time every time we knocked on his door. And he loved the idea. He loved the concept, and he wanted to go for it. And it was. We even flew on the private jet just to meet with him.
Oh wow!
Me, Primo, and Torito.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty.
But then that means plans changed. Instead of being heels, they told us we were going to be baby faces, and we were going to have a mascot, a little bull.
Yeah.
So we're like, there goes that. Okay, I see. It's not looking well.
Yeah.
But then when he told us that it was going to be Torito was going to be Mascarita Sagrada, we were like, wait a minute, that's a hell of an idea. That's the greatest mini luchador in the history of the business. So we might be able to pull it off if we were given a shot. So we met with them in Connecticut. They gave us this. We met with the creative department. They gave us like this 4 different programs that was it was like a span of 6 months. They said, yeah, we're going to go to this program, then we go on to this program. You guys are going to wrestle these guys. So we had everything set for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, let's do it. We got our gear done. We got 3 sets done one for every program. And we did a pay-per-view in Miami. So I believe it was, I don't know if it was Hell in a Cell. I don't quote me on that. We were working Cesaro and Swagger. Okay. Jake Hager with Dutch Mantel as their
the roller manager, right?
And we were supposed to run with them for 2 months. That was supposed to be the beginning of our feud. Mm-hmm. So we're like, yeah, the match went okay, because the crowd was more into them than into us, and it's understandable. You got Jake Hager and Cesaro, arguably the best pound-for-pound wrestler we have to this day, not in WWE but in the world. So of course people are going to get behind you. It's all completely understandable. So people saw, they saw through us. They knew that they were there to put us over, and people didn't want us over, especially on them. You know, and I you know, me and Primo, we've been in the business for so long. We knew what was going to happen, but we can't go against. We got to swim against the current. We can't go against the grain, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So the next night, I knew we were going to be like in singles. I think me against Cesaro or Swag or something like that. But then everything got changed, and it was 3MB, and it was a comedy match.
Yeah.
So we did the match. I looked at people and said, "Yep, say goodbye to the Matador gimmick because they're not going to do anything with it." And sure enough, they didn't do anything. Luckily, we got 2 WrestleMania matches out of the gimmick, which were actually pretty good.
Yeah. One of them was a pre-show match for the tag title. I mean, you're competing for the tag titles on one of them, right? Weren't you?
Yeah. I think I'm on both of them.
Oh, nice.
Triple threat and then a Fatal 4 tag.
Yeah, I remember the Fatal 4.
And then we had another good one at SummerSlam. It was us, New Day, Carlito, and Sin Cara, and Primetime Players.
Nice. Chris is asking, what are your thoughts on Andrade's release? Do you have any good memories? Andrade's release, do you have any good memories with him?
He's a really good friend of mine. We've always stayed in touch. Even so, after I let go, he was one of the first ones to call me, make sure I was okay. I was like, yeah, of course I'm fine. I knew this day was coming. We know when we signed this contract, there's an end date on it. And sooner or later this is gonna come. But yeah, I came. I was about a month out from fulfilling my contract. So I'm pretty happy with my stay there. 10 years. What are my thoughts on Andrade's release, man? Well, I'm happy for him. You know, he's put his time there. He's put his time outside of WWE. He deserves a better spot, and now doing his own thing. I mean, nobody can cut his wings off. Now he can go fly high and do what he knows what to do best. And right now, he's one of the best in the world. You know, second to none. Yeah. And then on top of that, he's one of my good friends. I was just talking to him today, cracking some jokes and you know, just talking about his future, and then the future looks bright for him.
So speaking with him, he's more optimistic toward the future right now.
Oh God, yeah. I've been talking to him. I saw him in Orlando 2 weeks ago. He was like, "Man, not doing anything with me. I just, you know, it's not about the money for me. It's just a matter of following my dreams." And you know, I hate sitting at catering and eating the same thing over every week. It's pretty toxic when you look at it that way. You know. Because you got the best performers in the world there. Yeah. I mean, look at the locker room. Name my name. Like, there's no other roster that compares to WWE. I mean, no disrespect to all of the other companies, but really, like, when you look at one by one, nobody. You know, we're second to none. You know, second to none.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. I was having this conversation recently, and I was just like, you know what, I have conversation. I have, you know, weekly shows that talk about my disdain with WWE when it comes to their booking. But you know, talent wise, though, I mean, this is one of the best talent rosters ever
Yeah,
in
yeah,
WWE. You know, they're so good. Their talent base is so good. It's
yeah,
better than, you know, Attitude Era, Ruthless
yeah,
Aggression, everything. Like their talent base is phenomenal. It's
yeah.
just
It's unreal.
the utilization of them is so poor, but the talent's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
Yeah,
but it's hard. It's hard when you to write a TV show on a weekly basis like they do.
yeah,
It's hard, man. Yeah, you
yeah.
guys have no idea.
Yeah, I've amateur wrestled, never pro wrestled. I have some good friends that's you know, that's wrestle and top names in WWE that tell me, but I'll never be there. I'll just remain. I'll just be a doctor and be okay with it.
There
I
you
won't
go.
be a wrestler.
There you
I'll just give you kudos and respect.
go.
James is asking, what's your thoughts on Carlito?
Man, like he's one of the greatest Latino wrestlers we got. I mean, you guys saw it at the Royal Rumble and at Raw, man.
Yeah,
Look at the
still
great
over.
shape he's in, man. He's still
Yeah,
over with no people at
yeah,
the arena, you know.
yeah, yeah.
That comes to show how big the WWE universe is, man. To remember a guy after 10 years
In
being
years.
away, completely away,
Hmm.
and he's something special, and the future is bright for him. Man, look at him. He's he looks better than 99% of the boys in the WWE roster, man.
Yeah, and
He really worked hard for that for those two matches. He really
yeah,
put his heart and soul into the gym, and he wanted to make things right with
mhm.
WWE. And then he knows if it's his last, man, he was happy.
Yeah. Is there interest of him coming back, as far as you know, or wanting to come back at least?
He's interested.
Hmm.
He's always been interested. I mean, yeah, he never really wanted to go in the first time. He just needed a break.
Mm.
So
Yeah, yeah.
things happen.
Hmm.
So, but every time he left, from the moment he left the company, he's always said, my goal is to go back. You
Nice.
know, I just need a breather because
Yeah, yeah.
everybody gets burnt.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Akram is asking, one wrestler in WWE you think is being severely underused?
One wrestler. Ooh, I can't see one. All of them. All of them. Um, it's weird, man. Like you see guys used on TV. They're on TV, and I hear people online say, "Oh, they're being used well." It's like, no, they're not using them right. I know his potential. I've seen what this kid can do.
Yeah.
You know, that's not the right gimmick. You know,
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
say not 90% of the roster's being underused. But then again, it's entertainment. It's a TV show with
Yeah.
wrestling, so
Yep.
it's a different ball game than what it was in the 90s and the 80s.
It is. I won't say for the better, but but as far as an entertainment standpoint, but again, talent wise, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um, Josh was asking, who's your dream opponent?
My dream opponent has always been Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, nice.
Maybe one day in heaven we can lock up.
Collar and elbow.
Other than that, we'll
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. With Jacob.
yeah.
What about living? Dream
Oh,
opponent
living.
living. Hmm.
I love to wrestle Alberto Del Rio's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Sin Cara, which I got coming up in Puerto Rico. That should be a great one.
Hmm.
I've never locked horns with Andrade. I would love to do one with him.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, those three are top of my head right now because
Yeah.
number one, they're close friends of mine, and secondly, I consider them top three, top five in the wrestling industry overall.
Yeah. Guillermo's asking, we see you and competing a lot of battle royals. Is every elimination planned?
Uh, it's planned on paper.
Okay.
Then mistakes happen, and you have to go. You have to feel it out there.
Have y'all had to call an audible, or have you worked a battle royal in the WWE where
Yeah,
you had to call an audible?
yeah, quite a few times. It
Mhm.
happens. Somebody misses their cue. You don't want to look like an idiot, like not doing anything, waiting
Yeah.
for something else to happen. No, yeah, you have to be on your top game, especially on those, because it's not just you and your opponent. It's 30 other guys,
Yeah.
20,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Hmm. Yeah. Josh was asking, would you love to face Savio Vega? I
Oh
think that
yeah,
would be a fun
oh yeah,
match.
that'll be a hell of a match. Yeah, yeah,
Savio Vega, nice.
yeah, yeah. Savio
uh,
Vega or it's TNT.
yep.
Yeah.
How was it working with Rosa Mendez?
Oh, she was great. She was awesome. Love her to death. Funny, feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was good. We had a really, really good time working with her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing bad to say about her.
She gets a bad rap, but from a lot of fans. But I've interviewed her before, and I've talked to her off camera. She's very pleasant. She's a
Yeah,
very
she is.
pleasant, very pleasant lady. And unfortunately, people only know her by how she was booked. You know what I mean, and that's not her fault. But
Yep.
you know what I mean.
Yep.
But outside of that, she's a very pleasant lady.
Yes.
Your favorite team in NXT?
Well, I don't watch NXT. Last team I saw in NXT was the Lucha Dragons, Sin Cara and Carlito. So I don't really watch the product.
That was a while ago. Do you watch WWE at all?
No, not since 2014, 2015.
Oh wow!
Because I was involved in like a WrestleMania match or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but after that,
I got let go in 2019, right?
It's going to be a year in April. So a year ago, yeah.
Okay, but y'all but y'all went on TV for a while before that.
No,
right?
I had shoulder surgery.
Yeah, that's right.
I came back and did 2 TV matches, and then I was home. So I was like, great. You have to pay me anyways.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I get money in and get the recovery.
Great money,
yeah. Well, according to Guillermo, the Shining Star gimmick failed. What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that failed, or you think it's had a decent run?
The gimmick was what it was, man. They were if I told you the gimmick that what we were really gonna debut.
Oh, please tell.
Really, God, it was.
Don't hold back. Please tell.
We pitched this idea to bring Carlito back as being as good old Carlito. Pitch some vignettes for him where we show him like in a yacht in Miami. Where it doesn't show it's him. You just see girls in the yacht and talking like this one dude with an apple. And then it would be like, oh, who the hell is that? And then you see like me and Primo talking to somebody. You just see his hands, no apple. Then at the same time at Raw and SmackDown, you start seeing people laid out in the back. And then the security camera footage would show guys in hoodies just walking out. You don't even show that us beating them. Just take, as the damage was already done. So then you start putting 2 and 2 together. Then we go to the club, meeting with him. And we had some cool stuff, and Vince was liking it. It's like, well, let's call Carlito. And then we started that process. It never happened. Because I don't know, it was something with money. I don't think was a big miscommunication there. So I don't know what happened. But so we're gonna go forward with YouTube. So I'm like, all right, what's the plan? We'll get back at you. It's like, okay. Then the gear lady calls me. Hey, you need to come over. We need to measure you for some gear. Like, well, okay. And then when I see the gear, it was gold tights with a singlet and a Hugh Hefner robe, gold and black. And I'm like, what the hell is this for? And then they told us, yeah, can you guys order gold boots? I'm like, okay. And then following week, they go, yeah, you guys are gonna be called the Puerto Rican Playboys. You're gonna be the Puerto Rican version of Hugh Hefner.
Oh boy!
And we're like, oh, are you serious? So you sure you want to do this? We took some pictures, and me and people was like, man, this is brutal.
Wow.
If the Matador gimmick flop, this is gonna be epic.
Yeah.
So luckily, Vince didn't like it at the end. The day that we were gonna debut, said, come back to me next week. We'll do something different. At that point, we just wanted to go back to TV and work. So he goes, so what do you got for us? He goes, yeah, you guys are gonna sell me Puerto Rico. Like, okay. Well, I mean, but what are we supposed to technically do? Just sell Puerto Rico. You're gonna sell me a timeshare. Oh, so we're selling timeshares now. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna send you to Puerto Rico. You're gonna walk down the streets and see your family, visit your family, and we're gonna film some stuff. So I'm like, great. So I can just take a little break from all this nonsense. We did it. We liked the vignettes. We liked the idea, the concept of the Shining Stars. But it's just when you don't have plans for your talent, it's just wasted, and it happens to 90% of the talent. Right? Look at Fandango. Probably the biggest debut that one wrestler could have at WrestleMania, going over on Chris Jericho, and then
yeah,
he
lost the next month actually to Chris Jericho.
Yeah. No, he lost to me as a Matador.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Like, oh,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I remember that. But I was saying it's like you had this big old interview you had this big old debut against Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, and the following pay-per-view you lose. So it really didn't last long at all. So
it is what it is up there, man. You just gotta take it as it is.
Yeah, I agree. What are your thoughts on AEW? I believe he's trying to say.
Man, I hope they keep doing good, man. Competition is great.
Yeah.
And I like that they're doing their own thing. I hope they keep it that way. They don't start replicating or trying to start a war with WWE because they're doing so good right now. They don't need to. You don't need to even look the other way. So, and they're kicking their ass too on the ratings. So they're good.
Yeah, Wednesdays. They're really dominating the Wednesday ratings.
That's what I heard.
There was a couple of times when NXT had it, but AEW's been killing it for sure.
Happy for them.
How did you get the role in the Scooby Doo movie Curse of the Speed Demon?
I don't know. They just told me. They told me, "Hey, we're in Kansas City." They go, "Yeah, go to the studio. You got some stuff, voiceovers." I'm like, "Okay." And I did the thing. Went back to the arena. Paid me. It's like, "Okay, you're gonna be in a movie." Oh, cool. When is it coming out? In about a year. All right, cool. That was a fun experience, though.
Yeah, very interesting.
When the movie came out, yeah.
You say you don't watch Raw, but I imagine you know about Bad Bunny being there. What's your opinions on him being on?
That's great. That's great for the business, man. People might hate me for saying this, but you need eyes that are not your regular viewers. You need viewers from other viewers that don't watch wrestling. That's what WWE is looking for, and it's been done for decades and decades. That's what wrestling does. You have to grow the business to a certain level. So now you're here. What do I have to do to get to this level? Well, you need a superstar, a megastar. Who's the hottest singer right now? Bad Bunny. Everywhere Bad Bunny goes, there's a lot of following. There's a lot of eyes following this kid. So he's a good kid, and I wouldn't be surprised if he steals the show. That would be. He's one of us. Like he's passionate about wrestling.
Yeah, you can tell.
So.
Yeah. You can definitely tell. Yeah. I'm not too critical of it. I kind of wish they would have given Damian Priest a little bit of shine too, because he did teaming with him. I think the tag match would have been protected that Bad Bunny a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see. I think
he's in a tough spot. They're trying to rub get the eyes that Bad Bunny's bringing in to see Damian Priest.
Yeah.
Hopefully, is it a tag match or a singles as of now?
It's a singles right now. It's just him and the Miz. Yeah, I think it should.
Maybe Bad Bunny can bring it. Maybe he's got some stuff up his sleeves.
Well, you can tell. Yeah, you can tell that he's really. I bet you that he's like training his butt off for this. Yeah, because he really wants to like have this opportunity spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, and it may have been a tag match, but they probably wanted to. Really milk this as much as possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
they'll probably have him involved in the finish, probably with Morrison, and then take care of the boys. Put Bad Bunny over, but don't bury the Miz.
Yep.
Kind of a crappy finish. Like it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Gerald's asking, would you face Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks with your tag partner?
Yeah, I'll face anybody, man.
Yeah, why not?
Need to work.
Absolutely. In your career, do you have a favorite match?
I have a few. WrestleMania 28 holds a special place in my heart for what it meant to me and my family, especially my wife, what she was going through. And yeah, that was my number one match. Going in there as my first WrestleMania, walking in and out as a tag champion. So that meant a lot for me. Matches versus R-Truth and Kofi Kingston that first year of mine. overseas. Everywhere we went, we tore the house down. I was every time we worked, it was fireworks. It was awesome.
Yeah.
New Day, the Usos are unbelievable. Best tag team out there right now by far. We had some good ones with Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Ray is the GOAT, you know. And then I had some good matches here in Puerto Rico against Primo, and I had a triple threat: me, Primo, and Carlito, which was really cool. And those are the ones that stick in my mind as my.
You feuded with Chavo for the Caribbean Championship, right?
Yeah, that was really good too. Yeah, I learned a lot from him in the 3 matches we had. Yeah, what a funny guy. Yeah,
very nice.
Always smiling. Yeah.
Yep. A couple more. Let's see. Do you think they should have used Carlito more after he came back at the Royal Rumble?
Of course. Look at him. He looks better than anybody in the roster, man. They should have. I would have put a rocket on his back and shot him straight up.
Yeah.
You know, put him. I don't know. Put him against the Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. Him and Big E would have been great to help Big E. You know, you could have done so much with him. You know, and he's experienced too. You know, he can help the younger. He can help Damian Priest. You know, get the rub. You know what I mean? Because Carlito was there for a number of years on top. You know, working the Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Triple H, John Cena's. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yeah, very, very interesting. And what do you think about where they put him the day after the Rumble, like the Jeff Hardy tag match? Was just so kind of
that was odd to me. That's what's like, oh, well, maybe they're all going to sign him because they're not going to give him the W. You know.
Yeah.
And they did. So I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. But I still haven't heard anything back. So.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. Last question here. What can we expect from WWE in the near future? Will we get to see alliance with companies worldwide?
We're working on that. We're working on doing some planning on cool stuff for WWC. Right now we're working. We have a working relationship with IWA, and we're willing to work with any other company, whether I'll be at AAA, CMLL, Nacion Lucha, any company in Japan, Europe. WWC is ready to work with anybody.
Awesome. Good stuff, man. Let them know where to find you, man.
Social media, my Instagram is the Orlando Colon, and Twitter, I think I haven't changed my handle yet. It's at WWE Epico.
Okay.
And those are the only 2 I have. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Orlando, it's been a pleasure, man. I had a good time chatting with you, and best wishes to you and yours in the future, man.
Cool, man. Thank you, my friend.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.